Yes, I'm here for my scheduled appointment. Of course. A pleasure to see you again, my dear. I've been looking forward to today ever since. I've been meaning to come and visit one of your family shops for some time, and the bounty reward provided by His Highness was a good excuse to finally make that a reality. I could spare no expense with this commission I had in mind, and so I had to ensure that it was completed by only the best. A priority appointment was necessary given the circumstances, but for something this special, I could have no one else take on this project other than you. It is an incredibly special occasion. Who better to request than a master of the art of tailoring? It's a tale for the history books. I'm sure you must have heard. You would never believe our esteemed knight captain is less than fond of being the center of attention, given the public spectacle they caused in the square this morning. And I think it's quite obvious that the youngest prince is not so well versed in handling such indirect rejection. And, unfortunately, he will be constantly reminded of that if he keeps them around as a personal off-duty lapdog. They despise him, quite frankly. No amount of favoritism could have ever convinced him to reciprocate their love. Proposing to someone of such lower standing directly in his presence is making a very clear statement. Noble or not, that man is no family of royalty. I can't imagine you've heard of them before this mess. The eldest of some water utility tycoon. I don't really know the details, but I can't say I've seen them together before. So, for all I know, my friend is a firm believer of love at first sight. Or they proposed to the first man on the street he could find to get a leech off their back. Their words, not mine. My experience with the royal family is menial compared to theirs, and so their judgment is all that I have to go on. Maybe with a higher position, I could have been lucky enough to see firsthand to establish a proper opinion of my own, but being subject to unwanted admiration is one thing I don't envy about being captain. Flattering as it is, I am rather picky when it comes to lovers. I work hard to get where I am. I think it reasonable to expect the same out of any prospective spouse. But I must also look the part if I am to fully showcase my worth to others. And that is why I am here today. I trust you to tailor garbs that are fitting of that image. Not so tasteless as to outshine the groom on his special day, but I think it would be beneficial to elevate his status to curry favor with the bride's family. Without a family fortune, he needs all the help he can get. I did, in fact, have something particular in mind. The beast pelts should have already been delivered, yes? What better way to show proof of your connections than by bringing the proof of one's prior accomplishments? I think it would look best as a cape to wear over my formal garbs. I have them here if you need to see. Will it be doable? That is more than enough time. The wedding won't be for another 6 months. Plenty to perfect your craft. Of course. I won't waste any of your time. Please do whatever you need to do. I've never had the luxury of custom tailoring, so this is definitely a first. Oh, my arm's in the way. My apologies. How high up would you like me to lift them? That should be no problem. Don't feel the need to rush. I can do this all day if I need to. This is much less rigorous than my day-to-day workout. It'll take a lot more to feel any stiffness or pain. Such weak arms would not have single-handedly ensured the safety of the generations to come. But I will keep that in mind. And I will let you know if anything feels uncomfortable. I could not have allowed anyone else to take the glory from me. My ancestors would turn in their graves before I could think of asking for assistance. You and many others may find this disappointing to hear, but the 3 most prominent knight families would sooner let 1,000 beasts roam free than work hand in hand to eliminate them. The safety of our people is our utmost priority, but the rivalry runs deep. In a way, it motivates us to get rid of undesirables sooner than we would formulating a plan together. With this generation, the record stands 1 for Kruger, 0 for Faber, and 0 for Summer. Though I suggest the beast should provide 1 point per year it lived before it was slayed. It might take a few more generations for them to catch up. With all the accomplishments considered, Knight Captain Faber has slayed the heart of 1 poor soul. So I'll give credit where it is due. How he maintains such a position in the first place means little compared to what he does while in that position. And so far, that has been making scenes in public. Well, given the circumstances that put him in that position to begin with, royal bias might have had a hand in his promotion. So, points for being eye candy to someone important enough, I suppose. Looks haven't been a comparative measure between our families, but I can't provide an opinion that wouldn't be at least a bit biased. And so, that is best left to a third party to determine. The wedding guests will no doubt make comparisons, but I trust your skills and expertise will widen the competition by a large margin. There will be absolutely no contest with how dashing you will make me. It shouldn't be too much of a challenge for you, I imagine. If I can ease any concerns, you have no reason to doubt your own abilities. I've seen proof with my own eyes. Oh? Then I'm glad we both see eye to eye in that regard. So, what, might I ask, is the concern? Well, I hope you don't lack confidence in my ability to stun even with the help of your work, though I must admit I have yet to capture the attention of royalty. Feel free to agree on how unapproachable I look. It wouldn't be the first time I've heard it. Personality will only get you so far, I'm afraid, but I can't say I don't enjoy being seen as someone others wouldn't want to challenge to a fight. The only challenge I will give you is to accentuate my best qualities with your masterful work, my dear. Please take all the time you need. I'm not scheduled to be anywhere else for the remainder of the day.